Bonjour, hola, I'm Isabelle Poidevin. I'm the MFL subject leader at SVA. So welcome to the MFL Guided Pathways presentation. Please feel free to pause the video whenever you want to. I'm just going to go through the presentation and give you some insight for each slide. So I thought you might find interesting to see what our current Year 9 language learners think of language learning. And it was very interesting to see that they mentioned the communication aspect, all of them, the fact that it gave them important life skills. They found it very fun learning language, and they found it all interesting to learn about different cultures, different worlds out there, different languages. Okay, I'll show you another little summary of their thoughts. In this one again, the communication aspect was mentioned, the enjoyment of learning French, and the fact that that student thought that she was learning a lot with us, something that she's always wanted to do, and she was glad she had the opportunity. So, like you, so make sure you take that opportunity if it's yours to take. And I think you should all think very carefully about taking that opportunity. In the next slide, we look at the pathways that languages might take you to. Okay, so here I've got a selection of career paths that languages will help you go on to. Now, some of these are quite obvious. As you can see, got translator, MFL teacher, travel and tourism, etc., etc. But some others are not so obvious, and you may never have thought about careers like this, and the language sort of aspect of your CV would help you to get onto this path. And the reason is, it's not just the fact you can speak a language that will help you. It's also the skills you will develop as a language learner that will open doors for you. Languages always open doors. They never shut them on you. They open them for you. So let's have a look at the kind of skills I'm hinting at right now. Here you've got a really interesting list that top employers around the UK said that they were looking for a new employee. If you have a little look at the list there, it goes from social skills to problem-solving skills, all the way to the two at the bottom, creativity and resilience. And all of these skills, while learning languages gives you these skills, you have to develop them, you have to have them and work on them to be learning the language. Okay, so speaking another language really makes you stand out from the crowd. Okay, so I'd like to have a quick look with you about the learning that you would do if you did a GCSE in languages. Everything you do and you learn now, and you learnt in Year 7, you will use again. That's the beauty of it. You keep recycling all your knowledge constantly when you learn a language. So you will build on your previous knowledge. And you will just learn to get better and better at it. Okay, and you will be able to put your language skills into practice. We do residential trips to France and Spain. And by the end of the course, you will become a resilient linguist, an enthusiastic linguist. You'll be able to manipulate the language, and you can add that skill on your CV along with all the other skills I mentioned before. Let's have a closer look at the content of the course, and you can see for yourself. Actually, it's when I think about building the knowledge, you can see why. Okay, so for French, for instance, you can see in Module 2 talking about leisure time, TV and cinema. Well, we have just done that with Year 8. In the first term, we had TV and cinema. We talked about family and friends as well for Module 1, and at the moment we're doing leisure time. So you'll find that everything that you've done, you'll go again, obviously, through it and through it all, and learn it again, embed the learning, and just push your learning further. And all of this will be covered when you do the GCSE in French or Spanish. I'll show you the Spanish in a minute. And basically, by the time you get to the end of year 11, you will be experts at all of these topics. And modulate being the last one, a really interesting one as well, because you'll be really good enough in the language to say things about the environment and social issues, which is quite the next level. You can see that. Spanish is the same topics, okay, but in a different order. Obviously, that will take you all the way to the end of year 11, where you'll be assessed, because the idea is to get a nice qualification as well for this. So the assessment is at the end of year 11. Okay, each skill represents 25% of your end of year exams, so which I think is quite fair. We have listening, reading. To help you do this well at the end of the year 11, we assess you. So you are trained to do well in the exam, and you will do well. Okay, so you can see the details. We always try to make sure that you're ready for it by assessing with GCSE style questions, a variety of them, not always the same one. So when you get to the exams, there's no surprises, it's all good. Okay, so never forget that you live a new life for every new language you speak. And I hope that this presentation was useful. And if you need to ask me anything, any further questions, just contact me at SVA. So have a lovely evening, and au revoir and adios.